to Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, it must be said. But here, these two great rivals, so keyed up for this and looking to make and obviously such excitement to see some of the biggest names in world football playing over here. Faces new an edge on the rest when the league campaigns do kick in. For a straightforward job at the toss. Pain ahead following the knee injury sustained against Arsenal. Thibaut Courtois in goal this evening. Odriozola comes in at right back for Dani Carvajal. Isco picked ahead of Lucas Vazquez. It was shifted right to Diego Costa. And Atletico have scored within 43 seconds here. Talk about being caught cold in the heat. Real Madrid nowhere, and Atletico lead 1-0.
Well, that's it. They lost the challenge on the halfway line now. You talk about Diego Simeone. His teams are so fired up, and we've been chatting about it before the game kicked off. They're fired up. They want to win this game. The animosity, the hatred between the two clubs. You'll see that later on. And I'm going to mention, obviously, Sergio Ramos, who's been sent off 19 times in the Liga, 24 times in total. That looks like it takes a deflection. I think the shot from Costa was deflected.
Toni Kroos with the corner. To Morata, who's also moving well here early on. Diego Costa was creeping in behind Marcelo.
He's scoring goals now, look at this.
Saul has got it. And it's two. And João Felix weighs in with a goal for his new club. A fabulous start to his Atletico Madrid career. There's one thing to score in that famous jersey, but to do it against the famous all-white makes it all right indeed.
Well, that's a dream start for João Felix. He's come into the box. He had a great season last year, particularly the second half for Benfica till March or April next year. So they have to find the best formation. Over the top, he's onside.
It's another race for Ramos to get back onside. Such a poor touch. And finding João Felix. João Felix again! Courtois in goal, throws his arms wide and says, I need a bit of help here, guys. They couldn't so easily be 3 down. Or one who hopes will profit from the departure of Bale, and it's beautifully worked to Odriozola. There were times last season when one suspected that Zinedine Zidane had the chance to get his head up and look for a target, and that's as easy as it could be far, and he's worked it well. Tentative deflection on it. Courtois got down well. Obviously a concern going forward. Real Madrid know all about that. Kept his arms by his side. It's nicely done by Koke. Brilliantly done. And it's 3. Oh, it's fantastic. They can't stop themselves from scoring. Correa's in this time.
Oh, what a goal.
Koke so very, very clever, and Courtois beaten again.
Well, I did say to you, when this young boy comes on, Angel Correa, he is a flying machine. He's got great technique. He knows where the back of the net is, and I think that's a good partnership. It really is. But the ball from
challenge. Vinicius Junior, Jovic is well picked up at the moment, and the kind of a system for this season.
Honestly, don't know. And I looked at the team and I saw 5 midfield players and 1 striker up front. And I thought, how's he going to play? How's he going to make this team work for him? Because he's got Jovic. That pass, it's awful.
Saul won it back, and here we go again, and it's 4. And this is actually becoming embarrassing for Real Madrid.
Well, it's easy for Saul, because if you anticipate and you want to get to the ball before the opposition and they're in second gear, they're going to have chance after chance, and they can score at will. 4-0. This is going to be a huge defeat.
Diego Costa, written off too soon perhaps. He's got 2 here against Real Madrid.
He's coming to a big club now.
But what about the understanding between these 2 boys down the left? This is a very promising development, even this early, for Atletico, with just looking like a natural understanding strength themselves. Atletico. Jimenez not involved at the moment following the Copa America. Was there contact, or is he just one of those players that if you touch him, he falls? He's holding his ribs. Junior didn't wait for Odriozola this time, and Oblak took one then. He got a strong hand on the ball.
Well, it's Jovic, I think, trying to get on the end of it. which he's entitled to. It was a great ball in. And here's Karim Benzema on the park after 29 minutes.
Luka Jovic could ever have envisaged. And straight away onto the head.
You know, Nacho, what about Sergio Ramos and Marcelo? And they're not playing well at all.
That was quite agricultural from Ramos, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think that's his way to go.
Yes, it is. Not a very good one, in all honesty, from Lamar, but we know he's a clock in the MetLife Stadium. Vinicius Junior. It could happen. Certainly the first part. We were having the same conversation.
But they have to pick themselves up because they are not playing like... Got the key to open the lock.
From a long way out, Vinicius Junior, and it's before tonight. And here's Kieran Trippier arriving in the box. It's a great ball by Trippier, wow. And it should again be 5.
Oh, fabulous ball, Kieran Trippier. I tell you, that was different class. Lamar would be disappointed he hasn't put that one away. Well, it was his left knee, as I made the point, and they haven't had a good time with left knees, as I said. Marcus said, hopefully it's nothing serious. And there's a yellow card, and that's the edge we were talking about. And it's, you know, that man, I can't believe Isco has made a tackle. Well, it's a silly challenge because the first...
Something wrong, something was amiss, and everybody, it was nearly 5 thanks to Ramos there. Everybody at the time said, oh no, it's only the warm-up games, it's Bayern Munich, they'll get better. Ancelotti had gone by the second week of September.
Yeah. Well, once
Lamar. It's a good one. Sharp stop from Courtois, completely unchallenged. Was it Savic who went for it?
Yeah, and this is awful. He has nobody picking him up, marking him at the end, and I think Carvajal's going to end up getting in instead of... Oh!
That's a bit more like it, and Oblak gets a lucky bounce back off the post. Vinicius Junior hit the post, but he couldn't squeeze it into the net, which is what Real Madrid really need right now.
Yeah, and they bring passion to that. There's a push in the
Benzema.
back. Push in the back.
It was Modric's cross that found Karim Benzema, and he's given it to Vinicius Junior. Good recovery by Koke. Not for much longer. Diego Costa went over. It might be a penalty. It is a penalty.
Yep. There's a little bit of a shimmy from Diego
Costa down the middle, beats Courtois, and Real Madrid would rather be anywhere else right now. It's Real Madrid 0, Atletico Madrid 5, and honestly, hardly anyone can believe this.
Well, I would say they've created at least 9 or 10 chances, and he's clever. Three goals for Diego Costa in the first half. And this is the team that needs to sort themselves out.
So Atletico get the ball moving in the second half here in the MetLife.
Well,
player flattened in the... found Marcelo. Marcelo goes for the spectacular.
Well, it has to be spectacular because he's surrounded by red and white striped shirts, and
just beyond Benzema, Luka Modric.
Yes.
He's loving it here tonight, looking completely rejuvenated after his injury problems. The 8 and likely to go 6 behind in this game. They are 6 behind. He just cannot stop scoring tonight. Diego Costa has done it again.
4 goals. He has found his form. He is on cloud 9. Honestly, every time he gets the ball, he looks like he's going to score.
This is the Diego Costa we saw at Chelsea 3 and 4 years ago, terrorising centre-backs and so confident in front of goal.
Yeah, he's class. He is a class act. He's a class finisher, especially in this form. And he times his run perfectly through the legs of the defender, and he dinks it over the...
That's a clever ball. Better from Real Madrid. Lucas Vazquez from the edge of the box. Still alive here, briefly.
Sergio Ramos. A couple of late challenges come in there. Referee not happy. Lamar.
Eden Hazard. That's a bit more like it from Hazard, and they get one back, Real Madrid. The last touch might have been by Nacho.
I don't think he knew too much about it. It hit him rather than him putting the ball in the net. And it was good play from Eden Hazard. That's a really positive attacking role he's shown there on the left-hand side, Paul, and he needed it, and Real Madrid needed it.
That was a moment, a glimpse of the real Eden Hazard in a... Bound to get feisty. Challenge. It always does here, and people need to put their arms down. Diego Costa's in the middle of it, and he's lost the plot, as he tends to do all too often. Carvajal actually took the first hit, and he didn't like it much. Modric won it back. Benzema goes for it.
Well, he got up, but he couldn't hit the target with it. Does he give a corner kick? Does it come off someone else? I thought when the ball went to Luka Modric.
Just gives you everything every week. This is a fabulous run forward, and it's an even better finish to make it 7-1 for Atletico Madrid. There's no end to this. Navas got nowhere near it. Another special goal tonight from Atletico Madrid.
Well, it's Vitolo who's a sub, who's only been on, what, 3 or 4 minutes, and he's a class player. He's a left-sided midfield player, but he's come all the way. He's run a good 15-20 yards, come inside on his right foot and buried it in the bottom corner.
Dare I say, Jerry, one of the forgotten men.
Well, sometimes they're forgotten, like Diego Costa. They remember him now, don't they? But look at this run.
Navas palms it, but it's still alive. Vitolo onto the bits and pieces. Rodrigo's cross wasn't a bad one, and Gareth Bale was in there. Gives us a smile at least.
Well, goodness.
Gareth Bale trying to invent something which Real Madrid so badly needed. There's more punishment to come.
Unbelievable.
Gets away with one. He knew nothing about it. Penalty for Real Madrid. He does concede again.
Well, this game's finishing 2-2 the second half. They lost the first half 5-0, but he'll say we...
Deflection on the cross, all along the goal line and turned in. It's another one for Real Madrid.
Wow, that's fantastic stuff. I have to say, the shot from Kubo from the edge of the box was fantastic. That was unbelievable.
And the player credited